skull. Well, rip me.
Oh! Oh well.
Robbie, I wonder what Robbie's gonna blitz.
Now the ball's
God damn.
Well,
Yeah, I think we found our clip to the bench. Right, and he's with the ball in scoring.
yeah, but if this ends up doing some big damage.
Oh my god.
Fuck off! Holy shit! Oh my god!
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
That's so awful. What a nice piece. Wow.
R.I.P.
Oh man.
We totally cursed this. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Space Lion, and this is the Lion and Bear Report. Here with me is...
This is Kodiak getting the worst introduction of the season.
Yeah, just wanted to mix it up a little bit. Audible, dyslexia or something like that. But yeah, Kodiak's with me here, and we're here to bring you week 4 action. How was your week 4, Kodiak?
Okay. So I got another tie. This was against Chorfs. This was the Pimp Chorfs, who I recapped last. You and I both recapped last season.
Mm-hmm.
I had the real TV advantage, and so it's a match I probably should have won. I ended up playing it a little safe. After very early, first quarter, I attempted to do a 2+ GFI with the Beast to put her on the ball carrier. Which would he would have really struggled to get her free. It would have been an investment of his entire team to even make a shot at it. And she rolled a 1 and fell over. And then he immediately devotes the next turn to pushing people off and surrounding her to foul. And she takes a badly hurt and does not regen. So she's off for the rest of the match. So she's fine, but just this huge important piece is gone. And I ended up being a little conservative, so I just ended up being 1-1. But the good news was I had a Nurgle Warrior hang out at block for a long time, and now he's block guard because I got the ball to him and scored with him. So at least the touchdown was very reliable and on a good piece. And then I lost my clan match.
The Nurgle Mirror, right?
Yes, this was the Nurgle Mirror for my clan because I also played Nurgle there. And this was, he handed the ball off to a Nurgle Warrior in stink. The guy gets it and then just runs away with it. And it's okay. The thing that's not supposed to happen, right? This piece shouldn't do that, and I should be able to stop that. With my stuff, and it's okay, fine.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Exactly.
So sort of an okay, but okay week.
Yeah. Well,
you had a good week though, so that's good.
Yeah. Finally getting that first one of the season under my belt. Yeah. Well, I think that's actually first up. So yeah, we'll just let's just roll into it, or roll 6s, as it's True Blue's saying.
Let's do a game earlier tonight.
Oh yeah. I think you're telling me a little about that.
Yeah, that'll be for next week's coverage.
Yeah, totally. All right. Yes. We'll talk about that as well. Avoiding chores and all that.
Yeah, we'll do that, I think, during the preview section. It's most relevant.
Yeah, exactly. So I was granted concession win because the Orcs left left the division as of last week, and this turned out pretty well.
Yeah. MVPs are in solid places, and you got the touchdown on that Ulf. I would have preferred the 2 Ulf results be switched, but that's such a minor complaint compared to getting it in like good places.
Oh yeah, I feel like usually this is the sort of thing that's like, Borat Brander scored a touchdown and got an MVP.
Yeah,
awesome.
that's where you think it's going to show up, and it's nice that it didn't. And similarly, Chicken of the V's already got his, all but terminal, but like maybe he'll get. He is one of the pieces most likely to eventually get to legend if you were to keep playing this team.
Yeah.
And then it's really just about the Elves.
Yeah. I mean, they both. I'm totally gonna curse them, but they are both original pieces for the team, which is not a whole lot of them, but and they've just been very, very slowly building towards the point that they are. I mean, block, guard, and you're good, but like the rest has been gravy, and I would like to get them each another level in the next couple matches. But yeah,
I'd say looking at your team, like the flashier pieces are the runners and the throwers, but it's those Ulfs just being like reliable and solid, even just with normals. That does a lot for you.
Yep. Yeah, so admin win gets me on the board. I'm now no longer in last place.
Second last place. It's very exciting.
Yep.
But we can talk about a match that's been played.
Fair enough. Oh yeah, this one. This was pretty good. Huh. Is it here? Oh no, it's the preview sheets you have, like where they are in the leaderboard.
Correct.
Because I'm trying to remember where Squeaky Blinders was at the start before this match, just running through everybody.
Yeah.
This match was really, really close, actually.
He was in 10th place, so.
I'm going to pull up my notes here. Yeah, so, 10th place and Orpher's in first, or what?
Yeah, was in first,
maintained first.
He moved, he wasn't in first after the first week because he didn't have the best TD differential. He is now, but like that's all it was.
Yeah.
Now because everyone else has at least tied something. He's decisively in first.
Yeah, so, right, really close, but then, John Colby is dead.
Bounty claimed, credible piece.
Yep.
Lost.
Yep. And that, did not come until the very end. It was a turn 15 foul by Sin Eater, no less.
This is the first match we're really talking about Shabzu.
Yeah.
We mentioned Space Lions admin win, but I don't think that's missing much.
Yeah, we can go back and re-talk about that.
How wonderful it is to get SPP on Ulls.
Yeah.
Yes, not only your best match in terms of a win, your best match in terms of development.
Oh God, yeah, seriously, ridiculous. But yeah, this one started out. I feel like all of these agility matches have been like both interesting and tough to cover because as far as like watching and then coming up with notes, because it is like instead of a scrum or like a consistent drive, it is the ball's on the ground, one team picks it up, the other team sacks it, the ball's on the ground, somebody picks it up, somebody sacks it. And it's so like with all of these Skaven matches and Skaven elf matches, it's just that's what it is. So I have a bunch of notes.
That's why I'm covering Chaos Verse on that.
yeah. That's a good choice on your part. But yeah, so for this one, the elves chose to kick and immediately get a blitz. Like these dark elves don't need enough help from the fans, but the kick was midfield, and the Skaven actually were set up in a way that the elves can't get right under it. At least at first, that's what I thought. But they managed to because they have ridiculous pieces such as move up Witch Elf, who came out of nowhere and was able to get under the ball, and I think she bobbled the catch, but it fell to somebody else. That's a Dark Elf. But the Skaven do actually manage to get a sack and recovery, and then it just becomes a scrum at midfield. They were actually taking a bit of damage. They had the block guard line elf, Indrist, they died to a hit, and obviously is fine now. So the Apo came out and worked, and that was on turn 2.
Very interesting.
Which, yes, I thought was pretty aggressive, considering both Arthur Colby and Thomas Colby were still on the pitch, and we're doing this damage. But sure enough, Arthur Colby actually gets badly hurt on the next turn, and the Skaven use their Apo. So it's, we haven't even gone 3 turns, and Apo's gone for both. I thought that Apo, it's tough to say. I thought that was also aggressive, but I think part of that was me knowing what was going to come next. It's really tough to say. Like, I can understand them being like, this is like a tackle mighty blow piece. I don't have many tackle pieces. It's really important for me to have this to like be able to go toe to toe, or at least like stand my ground against these Dark Elves. So I can see it, but we can also see what happened. Anyway, we get into the second quarter, and balls still bouncing around between teams. And like literally, there's failed pickups, and it's bouncing off of down players. Elves managed to finally pull away with it, and they're headed to try to score. The Wizard comes out, and it's a lightning bolt on the ball carrier, gets the knockdown, no damage. And the Rats manage to cover because they're ridiculously fast. They pass it out and have it somewhat screened, but not fully. So again, the Elves sack and recover. They have a pass to get the ball to a receiver midfield who would then be able to run all the way downfield and get free, but a Rat intercepts it. And Elves sack, but they can't get any recovery. So yeah, they no score at the half. It really looked like the Dark Elves were going to come out on top with the blitz and stuff, but they can't quite get it done with just with all the back and forth. And the Wizard, I think, really helped the Skaven there. But they don't use the Wizard for a counter score, which is what we kind of usually talk about for agility teams taking that Wizard. Is really being able to use it to score instead of as a purely defensive move. But it did seem to pay off for that first half. In the second half, though, there's a few KOs that didn't come back, and the Skaven's down 9 pieces to 11. They kick it short, but the Elves fail the pickup at the line, and so there's another short kind of scrum for the ball, but the Rats can't capitalize. They got close, but they just couldn't be able to do it, and so the Elves cage up and start picking off Rats. By the time we get to turn 12 or so, 12-13, there's only 6 Rats left on the pitch with no counter removals, so it's 6-11. And the Elves are just marching down the field, but they still manage to leave a spot for a sack attempt, which works. But the pickup recovery fails. Again, just a lot of really close opportunities for both teams.
These games can often be like that, right? Where it's whose 2+ or 3+ works, whose string of 2+ and 3+ works, that gets it to a point where they can actually protect it.
Right. Even in the ones that are 2-0 or even more, there are plays that things just kind of hinge on that shifts the balance or how somebody's playing. With after that open sack attempt, the Elves kind of get their stuff together and don't allow any other advantage to the Skaven, and that's when, like I said, turn 15, the foul comes in on John Colby, and we see that death. Finn Colby also didn't escape. very well.
That's actually one of the real tragedies. Is John Colby had a backup.
Yeah,
But,
and the backup.
and the backup's now like not doing great.
No, you.
You need to, man. It's gonna feel really bad to be trying to work up a new guy.
Yeah.
With that one guy unreliable.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I don't know what you do there. The other two runners are so young, at least in their development. I would probably keep it. Just assuming. Well, I guess we'll look and see how much cash they got. I don't even know if they have enough to replace the one.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we'll look at it for the preview. But yeah, just some tough breaks for them. I mean, there were 16 armor breaks that the Dark Elves were able to get on them, but yeah, just taking 5 casualties.
Spoiler: they don't have the cash for it.
Oh, okay. There we go. Yeah, so I would probably keep Finn. Well, I guess it doesn't matter for the next match.
Well, you would keep him no matter what because there's an open spot. Like, you do not fire Finn. It's just you have to understand that now the new John Colby 2, presumably, when you eventually buy him, has to become this same role. Unless you roll like the move up initially so that he turns into the one-turner.
Right. So, yeah. So, all in all, yeah, just did not go the Rats' way, either in the scoreboard or with the injuries here. Yeah, I mean, the Dark Elves had 2 Kaz on themselves, and the Apple worked for one of them, and then little Havo you really don't care about.
Yeah, I mean, that's a 1 SBP piece. You can replace him trivially. He's got the money to do so, and he'll decide based upon his matchup whether he needs another guy.
Yep.
And 2 nice levels, right?
Yep.
Festone's going to get a little bit better. With his movement down, presumably you do something that helps him, like, stand around and hit stuff, though he's got the core things for that.
That piece is so weird.
Yeah, it's an interesting piece. I'm curious to see what it does.
You're talking about Festool. I was looking at Torador, which I don't...
Well, see, Torador is just more of like, that guy's becoming wasteful.
Yeah, that's what I was like, I don't know how excited we are about that level.
The other one, I think Festool, despite his movement down,
yeah,
he is still like, you can keep putting good stuff on him.
Yep.
Even if he has like some base things, like maybe you do tackle, maybe you do. I don't know what.
Yeah,
but I'm sure I'm sure an actual like elf coach knows.
Yeah.
Whereas Torador seems to be becoming too expensive.
Yeah. Yeah, the Dauntless pick before tackle's interesting. They've got tackle.
They have so much of it, right? It's presumably a piece built to like fight bash teams. Is what it's like to me. So and it's like, what do you do next? You can't. It's double.
Oh, it's a double?
Juggernaut's strength access, right? So if you had default strength access, you would start taking Mighty Blow and like several other things. Yeah, I don't know what you take on the standard, but I assume there's something.
Yeah, exactly.
And
diving tackle.
Diving tackle. No, he does not have any diving tackle.
Yeah.
And he should have some.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's actually what you take.
Yeah.
Good call.
Yeah, which we'll talk about in one of the upcoming matches.
Sure.
All right.
Move on.
Oh yeah, this is well. Talk about the difference in notes between agility team matches and bash team matches. I don't have a lot of notes for this one, but I did watch this.
I'll say the main thing that jumps out at me is how nice is it that the perm for Rapid Knuckle is on that journeyman. That's just that's efficiency.
Yep. Yeah. Right. Rebel Rage Quit, taking it to Wrath and Nuffle, winning 1-0.
Yeah, super base dodge is fine. You make a mirage piece with kick. That means your kicker lives forever.
Oh yeah. Even with the agility bust. Well, yeah, it's still okay.
It's easy to fire.
Yeah. So this one, this was a bit. Well, I don't know. We keep talking about Arabi like he never wins games and never scores, but.
Do a little better this season.
Yeah, he's done that twice already. I think
it's Div 3.
Damn. Just throwing, lots on that fire there. But yeah, no, matching his win total for last season, I think, already in week 4.
Yeah, sounds about right.
And Chorfs took some damage back too. Like this was a bit of a slugfest that just Wrath of Nuffle just didn't have enough chaff. And we talked about this in the preview where they were going in with the journeyman, so even if they had bought a piece, like they weren't going to have a bench, and that just might be there and doing it. And I think it kind of was. Well, I think the
presumably now they buy the one because they got through this.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, and like you said, the only thing with the perm was a journeyman, and let's say the MVP was kind of nice, but you actually don't care about that. You're just glad it didn't end up on the journeyman. And yeah, overall, I think, yeah, as far as like damage, they're feeling okay. As far as like what went down in the match, and this was talked about in the Discord, and they fully admit this, but like they messed up, and for, spoiler for another match this week, but we had Wrath of Nuffle forgot to score on turn 8. Well, they didn't forget. They chose to do a 1-die block, which they didn't realize was 1 die until they clicked on it. And they didn't have any rerolls, and it was turn 8.
Right.
And it was a skull, and that was that. And it was just, I watched.
So it felt more to you like this match should have been a tie, except for like a clear mistake.
Yeah, and I wondered too, because what ended up happening in the second half was that the Chaos had to be aggressive, right? They had to go after the ball.
Okay.
And, Arabi, Practical Snow did the stream for this, and their claim is that Arabi uses the ball as bait. Like they'll leave it open so that people will come in and blitz, and then you can just beat them up. Whether
Which
or not,
actually want to be clear, as a real thing, like I've done that. Like,
oh yeah.
Like you let someone bring one piece in with no recovery, where the ball is going to scatter into the middle of a Beast of Nurgle and 3 Nurgle warriors, and it's like they're a really good piece.
Yeah.
Like that's like you can actually get something out of that. You can even if you actually want to win.
Yeah. But yeah, and so we see that. But at that point, it really was too late, because at the start of the second half, Arabi just started churning through these players. It was, some of it was KOs, but a lot of it was KOs. You can see, what is that, six KOs there?
Yep.
But yeah, they were moving Chaos from the pitch, and there just was not enough. There was one moment where Cullen was able to get a sack and recovery with his ball carrier, Crazy Horse. Had a player midfield that this was further upfield for the Chaos or short drive. Crazy Horse gets it, and it's gonna run off, hand off to a player midfield, but fails a dodge. Just a plain old 2+ to get free to do that handoff move, and instead, drops the ball. A bull picks it up, and then they stomp on a bunch of people. So Chaos made a game of it, but yeah, I think this probably would have been 1-0 or 1-1, but it would have been it would have been tougher for Arabi to score or be able to focus on scoring had the Chaos scored on turn 8 on their first half.
Right. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Because that's a lot of how you end up being Arabi, is you score on your drive, and then you just make his drive it be attractive enough for him to bash you.
Yep. Which, I think Arabi had plenty of time for both. I think I can't remember if they scored a little early even to try to get more Chaos back on the pitch for some hits. I can't remember. I feel like they did. Because there was just none left, or one left or something, and yeah. But either way, we see the result, and Robbie, getting his second win.
Good for him. Increases the odds he gets to stick around in Div 3. He doesn't seem to be building a winning season, but he could build a season that keeps him in Div 3.
Yep.
Which I'm sure Div 4 would appreciate.
Right.
Not great development for him. That MVP sucks.
No.
You don't need that on that guy.
Yep.
and I would have said the same about Chaos, but actually, that's sort of exciting to get a warrior that he's going to be at 170 out of 176.
Yeah, that is kind of cool, right?
He does need stand firm. Like, that makes him perfect.
Yep, and that would be a legend. Yeah, I think that's a market piece. If I remember right, I think there's.
He doesn't fit the naming scheme great.
Right. And I think he's named after. I think if it's the Chaos team that I'm thinking about, there was a semi-final Chaos team that got one of Herringzord's videos back when he did that for the top 8 that had players all named after like REBBL personalities. So like,
that's Andy Davo.
Yep. And
very un-Andy Davo piece.
Right. But the video is great. If you go back through Herringzord's channel and find it, it's really good. Herringzord got like everybody to voice their parts. Even had Metal like, hey, I'm Metal. I'm the new guy here, but here, let me show you around. And then had like, Andy talking to his buddy, and yeah, it was a good time. All right, so that will be something to look out for.
Yep. But yeah, next up is going to be Farm Animals Mark II versus Dead and Scoring It. This is Chaos versus Undead. One thing I'll note is Chaos bought the Farm Animals, that is, bought a new Beastman for the match. And on the Undead side, there used to be a strength and movement busted guard zombie that the team was carrying around.
Yes, yeah.
He got fired so that the inducement money got a little bit higher, got a wizard and a bribe. I was not 100% sold on this wizard going into this. I don't love wizards for Undead, and it did jack shit. But not totally because it was a bad idea. It just like the game was so bad off by that point. But we'll okay, so this match. This is like one of the rare matches I've seen this week. Chaos chose to kick. So it's like the opening hit's gonna be bad. No, nothing more than a stun. It's actually turn 2 that's really bad for them. A mummy goes after the Minotaur and takes him out with MNG. That then draws the Apo to get the Minotaur at least on the sideline, but it means that like that first half he's not there to do anything. By the end of the first quarter, we see that both teams are like smeared out along the midfield line. There's a lot of like scrum and base contact away from the ball. As the half wears on, Chabsu's I think able to better maneuver his team free of this, partly because of I think like smart blocks and decisions to back off that he made, and also just his team's faster. Yeah. And the mummies end up left behind, and he gets in front of the cage to try to stall advancement. Practical Stow's lack of forward progress is basically comes down to 2 things. One was he was basically fouling a lot, trying to get the best value for the bribe. And then the second, and this is something that you brought up was going to be going on, was he kind of lost track of turns. And at the end of turn 7, he was like thinking he was at the end of turn 6. And so he did not really step up for the score. He did actually have 2 whites that like with 2 GFIs, that each of them with 2 GFIs could have scored, but that's not great. And because, as I said, Chabsu had managed to like work himself free, he got the screens set up, and then he's like, I actually still got extra pieces. He does, pretty sure it was an MNG. I'm pretty sure I'm right on this.
Yeah, I think I kind of remember. Well, I just remember like, there's a spicy Apo but I think it was because like there had been so much talk about mummies versus Farmer Mark as like strength up versus block talk that that's why Farmer Mark came back in. But I don't know.
I will
pure
check
speculation.
That. But in terms of like the turn of events, basically he had enough left over that he tried a 5+ cage dive to go after the ball. And he actually got in there on the 5+, knocked the ball free. The Undead are able to recover, but Chabsu also set up like a scoring threat. And so it's like, am I going to really try to like do this insane like scoring attempt running through a screen with a white? Yeah. It's like, no, I'm going to box up. I'm going to foul something. And that puts the MNG on the Lamb Mark 1. And yeah, so yeah, second half, it's 0-0. Both teams end up fielding 11. And they both have like one good player on the sidelines. You got the Cat and the Casbox on one side, and Tomb Robber as KO'd on the other, and the Wizard's still available. Going into it, third quarter, Chaos is getting the better of the bashing, though it's really a lot of like inflicted KOs more than real injuries. And you see, particularly like as like Chaos starts to get a manpower advantage, one of the things that Chabsu's done with this team is he's gone really guard heavy on those warriors. Like there's definitely people who do more like Mighty Blow on them.
Yeah.
And once he gets a manpower advantage against this undead team, only the mummies are able to do anything, right? Like are able to like present any sort of like actual strength on the field. And like the rogues just keep coming. We see both whites leave the field, one with a regen badly hurt, the other a KO, but still on the sideline. And so at that point, it's the mummies, a couple zombies, and just like the one ghoul bone collector, setting up to 10 chaos players. Turn 14, the mummy leaves the field with a KO, and Practical Snow decides now or never. He pops the fireball on the cage, because that's actually still around. The ball carrier goes down, ball ends up on the outside in one tackle zone. The AG plus ghoul goes for it. It's 3+ just pick up to get it. He rolls double ones. So then Chaos recovers, and that's that. They score turn 16. There's no riots, no undead one turn. That's the match.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, so like you said, Wizard didn't end up doing well, but I don't know. I think they do, like, Undead and Necro, I think, do have, like, fast enough pieces that I don't hate the Wizard for them. Like, because they could...
Oh, you know what? It was a badly hurt. Good call. The Apothecary result was an MNG, and that's what I noticed. But the base result was a badly hurt. That's why you said, "Yep, well observed,
well remembered." Yeah, that was because this was early on in the week, right? Always, Champsu's like playing as soon as they roll it.
I appreciate you bringing that up and the correction. And that's it. No real development. I mean, you get block on the Cat. That's cool.
What about the Sheep Mark 1? We don't know.
Yeah, that guy too.
Yeah. I mean, we don't know what level, but yeah.
So on a normal, I assume it's going to be Dirty Player because you need one at this point. But yeah, getting your Blitzer block is actually pretty nice. You get those 1 in 9s. Nice to not have those.
Yep.
My clan Nurgle team has a Mighty Blow Claw guy. And he got the MVP. That was like the one good thing from that clan match. On top of some Kaz SPP. So like I'm getting him blocks to be really nice.
Yeah.
And I assume same here.
Yeah.
But yeah, congrats to Chabsu. Season's turning around.
Cool. Yeah, no big damage or development there for Dead scoring it. So, all right.
Oh yeah. MNG on that like wrestle straight up guy's like unfortunate, but he'll be back and fine.
All right. Next up, Broken Bone Battalion winning 2-0 over Scurry Squad. And this was even match as far as TV, and yeah, actually, I mean, from a damage standpoint, Pros took a little bit, but nothing that you can't live without.
Yeah.
This is another Elf versus Skaven match where the Elves chose to kick, and yeah, it was, even though this is a 2-0 win for Pros, I do think this was a bit closer than the score gives on, of just, again, more like scrums with the ball popping everywhere, left and right. In fact, like the Skaven get off to a good start. They were 4 for 4 on armor breaks on their first turn, so all three LOS, the 3 LOS hits and the blitz were breaks. One Kaz, which I think was IBS, and then 3 stun, but still just a good start to like create some space.
Yeah.
And then the stub toe dying was on turn 2. And then a KO on turn 3. So they'd removed quite a bit of elves by the time we get to the second quarter. So, but turn 4, oh man, the Skaven and I this is something I've seen from Scurry Squad, is that they tend to like have themselves in a position to score by this time, and this was no exception. But the pro elves, but against elves, like I think that's been like tripping them up, and in this case, literally, the elves were able to like kind of surround this like sideline upper push from.
Oh, this is gonna be that diving tackle game you promised.
Yep, and they surround the pieces and they get diving tackle on the ball.
Yeah.
And so what I did like was what Console decided to do as a result. He had a gutter runner that was standing right next to the ball carrier, who was marked by the other blitzer. He tried to clear that mark off, and then hand it off to the gutter runner. Couldn't get the other mark off, so the handoff took the reroll. But it stuck, and so then he was able to reverse field with that gutter runner. Unfortunately, he didn't have any other pieces really free to have like a very convincing screen from that part. From that at that point, like there's too many Skaven engaged with Pro Elves, or it was just kind of a loose screen. So the Pro Elves were able to then next turn sack the ball and recover it, and just like kind of pile on from there. Like the Rats try to get it back and they get the sack good, but they can't get a recovery just due to GFIs. Like they were that close to getting it back, and so Elves get it towards the end, and the Rats are trying to get it back out, but they can't. They go for a wrestle. What was interesting is that they had strip ball in the area, but they were using Scummy instead, because it was like they could get a 2 die with wrestle versus a 2 red die with wrestle and strip ball, which I don't know the odds on.
Wait, so can say the odds? Say what the two scenarios are again.
So they went after the ball with their wrestle piece to get a 2 die. Versus a strip ball.
And so they like only so basically a power both down would do it. Is that the situation?
Yes. Yeah. Because it was on a blodge piece. Yeah. Versus a red die with strip ball and wrestle. So any result but a skull. So yeah, are you looking up the odds right now?
Samba's calculating right now. Right. So yeah, it is definitely the case that the strip ball piece is better.
Okay.
If all you care about is getting the ball,
the ball out. Yeah.
It's 55% without the team reroll for the one with the 2 die, the positive 2 die, and 70% with the strip ball piece on the uphill.
Okay. Yeah.
And 80 if you have the team reroll, it's 80 versus 90.
Right.
So if you I would say basically if you have the reroll, there's an argument for doing the 80 instead of the 90. If you don't, then I think going from 55 to 70 is worth.
And
sort of kind of safety.
And I can't remember. I'm pretty sure they had a reroll. It was only like turn 5 at that point. But it's still.
And it depends on how valuable is it to actually put the piece on the ground.
Right. And I think I mean the gutter that was, or I should say, Zipzop was pretty much in the middle of like a bunch of elves, and so I don't know how worth it would have been to like stand up and do that blitz. They were right next to the ball carrier when it happened. As it turns out, they try to get out from where they were to help screen off the elves, and the diving tackle works, causing a badly hurt on Zipzop, and that's when the Apo comes out to bring Zipzop back. That's another one where I'm like, well, yeah, that's arguably your best gutter runner outside of, I mean, defensively, certainly your best gutter runner, and so you want them for 3/4 of the match. But it felt a little dicey given that there's still, well, I don't know. I guess one mighty blow that doesn't have any tackle or block isn't all that scary to you, I guess. Either way, the elves are able to KO Stormy, Daniel, and then just like walk over to the end zone and stall out to the end of the half. So they're up 1-0. And at the start of the second, it's actually 9 elves to 11 rats. But the elves getting the ball, it's pretty basic. They just kind of cage up, and the rats try to take out. They're realizing the dangers of diving tackle at this point, so they try to take out Richard Long, but they can't do more than maybe even stun. And in that, and going after Richard Long, they managed to badly hurt their one-turner trying to get away. Like, I think the one-turner had come in as a mark on a hit the turn before, and then with that not resulting in anything, couldn't get away. And so, yeah, they're badly hurt, and they're out of it. And so the last couple turns get a little dicey. The pros seem to have gotten just a little, like, loosey-goosey with their caging and such, but and so they get surrounded and sacked, but the rats can't pick it up. I think they had a scoring threat set up. I might be mixing my Skaven matches, but yeah, just couldn't pick it up. So the elves score in turn 16. They had to blitz with their ball carrier to get that score in on turn 16. So
that feels great.
Yeah, it was a little close for comfort. The last thing that I'll mention is that the rats actually set up a really great one-turn attempt, and they had a quick snap, and they managed to, I think, set it up pretty well even from the quick snap. I keep saying, like, at least for me, like, quick snap would 100% mess up my one-turn attempt, just because, like, I still don't have a good grasp of that. I don't play fast teams, so I don't quite know it.
Yeah, so I've never had like a team that had enough of a one-turn attempt for me to like have a real feeling on it.
Yeah, but they set it up really nice. They had all the movement they needed, but failed the 3+ pass. They didn't have any re-rolls, and just couldn't get it done. So it was fun to see them set it up, but yeah, basically, summary of this match is shouts out to diving tackle and Richard Long, which I think Superbase actually messaged me about as well. It's just like, this was so useful for this match, having this one skill, and yeah, I definitely agree. It was fun to watch. Yeah, quick snaps ruin one turn. Yeah. We have not talked about your match. I think, is that next? Oh no, it's Underworld and the High Elves.
Yeah.
Was
Okay, yes. Tim Nielsen is the second person asking if we've talked about his match. So yeah, we're on to the Underworld match. I have not seen this one. I think this may be the one that neither of us saw.
Yeah, I think I caught some of the...
Yeah, I watched the stream, but I did not have taken notes.
Yeah. I watched some of the stream as well, and didn't get around to noting it, which is surprising given we've got 4 pieces that were... This was the bounty match, basically.
Yeah.
But no bounties were cashed in the process of this match. We get a goblin that got
that's a nice level.
Doubles leveled up. Yeah.
That's a fun piece.
2 heads wrestle is really fun.
Get that other guy big hand. So you've got a 2 heads wrestle, 2 heads big hand, and it's gonna be a real nightmare. Yeah. As long as you roll like 2s and 3s.
Yeah.
You won't, of course, and then your armor will break.
Right.
And your Underworld dreams will die.
Yeah.
But the dream is nice.
The dream is nice. I also like that we had both star players come in and take injuries instead of rostered players. And then, here are True Blues notes coming in chat.
So yeah, you got a blitz. Hero recovered. He tried to sack. Skitter stopped him. Hero didn't see tackle, so so Chupa was able to sack and got the ball. Scored turn 8. So that would be 1-0 going the wrong way, and then you get 1-1.
Yeah.
And then the second half.
Right.
Okay, that sounds about right.
Yeah. Hiroto saying made a mistake in turn 8. I'm curious what that was. But
Lost the time.
yeah. I'm curious if the wizard ended up being. I mean, it obviously didn't end up winning the match, but curious if that ended up causing any havoc. Just one miss. Wow, there really wasn't that much damage for either side. Just a badly hurt and MMG on the high elves, and then just the 2 injuries, or I guess 1 injury and one toss on the star players. So.
The relevance of tackle, as Hiroto Sukara is clarifying, is that he rolled a 1 on a 2-heads dodge. And because there was tackle.
Gotcha.
No free dodge.
Yeah, that feels bad.
Yeah. Well, I mean, frankly, the 1 feels bad in the first place.
Yeah, I was gonna say, even if you had seen the tackle, it's not. Maybe they're saying like they didn't need to make that dodge. But yeah, sorry, I don't have more notes on this one. But even number of blocks, different number of armor breaks, which makes sense against goblins, and mostly KOs, which is probably feels pretty good for the underworld that they wasn't more casualties.
Yes, dodging for a greed block. Yeah, that is irresponsible.
Yep, that feels bad. Maybe we'll add it to the montage. No, I'll leave that one.
Yeah, I think we got 1 match left.
Yep. Oh, Skitter got a badly hurt on Zoom. Stab badly hurts, like, feel really bad.
Yeah.
You're like, any stab damage? You're like, yeah, I want to appo that. I want to prove this stab thing is dumb.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right. Yeah, let's move to the last match. Which we actually covered this match. We
streamed this. So I think a lot of our coverage is, if you want to hear our opinions, you can watch an hour and a half of us talking about this.
Yeah, we did have 1 clip of ourselves talking about it, but one moment early on that felt particularly demonstrative of the match. And
did you want to set this up? You want me to set this up? What's your...
Yeah, if you want to set it up. I don't quite remember what was happening beforehand.
So yeah, the context here was that the context here is that the one of the Skaven blitzers, I forget which of the vermin, but I think the strength up one, maybe the other guy, actually probably the other guy. Anyways, when had been down, they placed the cage. The necromantic team placed the cage next to him, so the ball carrier could be an assist on the foul on him.
Yeah.
And the foul then doesn't break armor.
Yeah.
So yes, it was War Chief.
Yeah,
War Chief then blitzes up off the ground into the ball carrier, as you do.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a red die, but it's both down. Defender stumbles, which when you have tackle and block in the ball carrier, who in this case I forget which piece it was, the unleveled ghoul.
Yep.
He's going to go down either way. Legion picks both down, which was sensible in that case. The ball scatters into, I believe it was 3 tackle zones. And you'll see what happens after that.
Yep. Yeah, and the reason why, because we had...
That's true, they are both strength plus because it's teams.
Yeah. We had talked about War Chief early on in that drive because it seemed like it was tough for the Frenzy to get into some good spots, and I think they had actually gotten into a tough spot there with the foul coming in, but they managed to make hay out of it. So, yeah. Anyway, here's the clip. Yeah, but I mean, isn't that the play? Like you do 2 dodges and you hand off to Murderous Redcap, right? If you get it through, pick it up, and then dodge out the
You,
other.
yes, if you can make those dodges in the pickup, then yeah, you can do dodge.
Yep, there's the first.
Worked.
That was the,
oh my god,
that was the tough
that's
one.
the hard
right?
one. You just got to do the second one. You got to hand it to him. You got to run away, and you're stealing this game magically.
Oh my gosh, and he
my
does
God.
it.
Happening.
No reroll. Oh
Wow.
So many sixes. So many sixes there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's just gonna be gone.
He's gonna be gone, and he's gonna be
Only
up.
thing close to him is gonna be a flesh golem.
Oh my god.
You don't even need to take dice for that. You just like
Yeah.
run on past.
I was wondering if he'd see the dodge past him just to get that extra square movement, but I think this is better.
No, it's fine. This is fine.
Yep. That's pretty much. I don't know. I think that's pretty much how the match went.
Yeah. That's bad. That's a bad break.
Yeah, Grumgully was a terror.
Yeah.
And yeah, Tim actually pointed this out in chat. 10 KOs sustained, but I do believe their KO recovery was pretty good. I don't remember what it was exactly, but it seemed.
I mean,
like,
I'm inclined. I'll just check.
Yeah, it seemed like it was just There was like 6 rats down at one point. And then like
It's
5.
50-50 wake up after KO. It just may have been at the right time.
Yeah.
They succeeded at 9, failed at 9.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it might have just been, they were kind of clustered together then. That made me notice it. But yeah, it was a fun match. Probably not too fun for our Name is Legion, who's been on the bad end of 2 of our streams so far.
Yeah.
So we'll try not to curse any more of their matches. But yeah, for Goblins.deck, great match, great development. Murderous Redcap. It's now that all natural 1-turner. Everything you want in one package there.
Yeah, that's a nice level.
And they're looking all right. They've got a bench still. They didn't take much damage there either.
Looking good.
Yeah, so
Yeah, we can see where they are on the leaderboard in a second.
Yeah, so up top we got Romanian Rebels looking pretty strong, right? They're 3 or 4 wins.
They're doing very well, but they are 1 win ahead, right? They need to.
Yeah.
All I'll say is, season I was in a division with them. This is what it looked like 4 weeks in. Not how it ended up.
Yeah, so we just need that Nurgle team.
It's hard to be perfect.
To join our division and then to overtake them.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's still pretty tight. I mean, you can kind of see 9, 6, and 3. Things are kind of spread out evenly between teams with like 3 wins and teams with 1 win. So still plenty of time for things to shake up. Even for those of us on the bottom, I think I play. Well, we'll see who I play coming up. I was thinking I have Squeaky Blinders. We'll have a fight for the bottom, but no, I think I have Scurry Squad.
You have the other one,
yeah.
The other purple rat team.
Yeah. But yeah, a lot of stuff in the middle here. But one thing I will point out, we have our 3 elf teams all in the top 3.
Yeah, that's the danger of the agility division that we're looking at. And particularly where one of the bash teams, right, like Theory Farm Animals would be a bash team. That's a block guard team, is really what that thing has. Very little tackle, difficulty landing hits on the agility teams. The scariest teams are almost in some way the rats, right, for those.
Yep.
And there's just only so much they can do. So it's possible. It's still very early, but it's possible we're going to see the elves just run away with this.
Yep.
And the one of the escaping right behind them.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. You mentioned this last week, maybe, but I've played all 3 of these and lost to all 3. So we'll say that's the little bit gave them a little bit of a head start having them face my Norse team.
Well, and that hopefully means good things for your future, right? That if you played like the 3 toughest teams in the div, maybe things will pick up.
Yeah, maybe. True Blue. Oh my, yeah. The high elf teams, the underworld, worthy of 4th place. Yeah. So that's how things look right now. Let's get into looking at next week.
Yeah.
Or this week, if you've already played it. So this one is...
This is maybe inaccurate. We're hearing rumors that have been unconfirmed.
Yeah. There's a chance, though I think Roto Sakara's one that has posited this chance, that there will be a team joining and taking the spot of the Orcs. So I'm not sure if it'll be for this week or next. Or we'll see.
So what I heard, this is Quicks and his Ace Trucking Co., which is a Chorf team that played Season 12 in REL 2B, and that he may be showing up for y'all.
Yeah, and I think diving into some Discord history, I think they had said that they couldn't get started at the beginning of the season because family stuff, and so they were waiting for something down the line to open up, and
Wait a second.
we'll have to see.
Yeah.
It means get back-to-back chores. Tim, that's your gauntlet.
So yeah, we'll be following how this goes. I don't know. We don't know what this match is going to be, but we'll find out. We'll know by next week.
Yeah. It would mean. Would it mean Cullen gets back-to-back chorfs too? It would. They just got through with their Robbie match.
Yeah. So I reached out to the Dividend, but I just haven't heard anything yet.
Yeah. I think that would be tough for Cullen, because I know he was making some choices based on, nothing that really ended up mattering, but was like, I'm fine with any M&G because I got my bye week coming, because I think, I was just assumed that nobody would be able to find any team that would fit a tier 3 division.
But yeah, rules do warn you they are allowed to do replacements.
Yep.
So if they figured one out, it makes sense.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. So
I'm just glad they approved my request to let you get your bye week for bringing them in.
Oh my god!
Just something I reached out to. Specifically, I contacted Metal. Like, I'm gonna fire her. I'm gonna fire your beast if you don't do this, my friend. And so that's what's going on there.
This is how conspiracies start, and how recappers get fired.
Yeah, they get fired. They can't stop me from doing this. What do they do? Contact Twitch?
Yeah. But yeah, we'll keep an eye on it, and we shall see. Next up, we got our first place team versus the Undead Dead and Scorn.
Our former first place team, it looks.
Oh yeah? Wait, what? Wait, would they play tonight? Wait, what are you saying? Former first place? What did you say?
Right, they won their first week match, which gets against a Robbie 3-0.
Oh.
So Undead was briefly our first place team.
Oh, I see. I thought you were talking about.
As you can see by the little chart.
Romanian Rebels. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. I thought we all started from the top, and then we, now we're here.
No.
Now we're here at the bottom. That's how I operate.
But yeah, that's how you operate. That's not how the chart works, though.
Fair enough. Good.
But yeah, so yes, I expect the Dark Elves to win this. It's a great team. That team has to be overpowering a team that does not handle being down 530 super well.
Oh, God. Yeah, that's so much. Jeez.
It's like there's only so many bribes you can buy, The
Yeah.
wizard does not like if the wizard was not great against chaos, like what's it going to be against an elf team? You look for a cool star player and you try to have some fun with it.
Yeah, definitely. What? Yeah, I don't know what the undead star player circuit looks like as far as their options there. But hopefully something
I mean,
fun.
they have some decent stuff like Satek for 220.
Ooh, yeah.
You got Ram Tut for 380. You can afford him.
I like that. You can do that and a bribe and a babe if you're worried about KOs or something.
Also, instead of a wizard, if you want to do like weird cage breaking stuff, Count Luther von Drakenborg, a star player vampire, is only 390.
Oh my gosh! Yes.
You can get that. You can get him and a bribe.
Wait, does that vampire have bloodthirst? No.
No, he has no bloodthirst.
What?
He's 6549 stat line, loner, block, hypnotic gaze, regeneration, sidestep.
Oh my gosh.
He's a good piece. He's like a good piece. It's just no one gets him because Undead doesn't play matches like this.
Yeah, I'm gonna start running an inducement undead team. That's what I'm gonna reroll to.
If I was Practical Snow, I would look at the star player list and be like, what do I want to have fun with? Do I want the vampire? Do I want the mummy? Do I want the blitzer? Like, and you just pick something fun.
Yeah.
And one bribe.
At least one bribe. Yeah, I think it's interesting. Like I think you've mentioned this about Orpher. Orpher's mentioned this about Orpher, but look at those block totals.
Dude likes to throw blocks.
Yeah, out blocking undead by quite a bit, and just that differential even. Yeah. Wow. So yeah, obviously they're though they have taken quite a bit of Kaz on half as many armor breaks. That's weird. But yeah,
they get fouled a lot because they're so expensive. So people have bribes, and that doesn't show up in the armor break stats.
Oh yeah, fair. But yeah, this should be fun. I agree. I think the Dark Elves will probably handle business. But if some breaks happen because there are 4 Mighty Blow pieces on the undead side, and Orpher likes to scrum, undead like to scrum, it could change it.
Yeah, I mean, if Practical Snow gets a run of like POWs on some hits, it could get ugly for Orpher. That's like the risk.
Yeah, but yeah, only one tackle connected to one of those Mighty Blow. Only one tackle total for dead and scoring it. So
yeah,
and yeah.
And I would expect to see Galeth go after Vaetha. And there is, I would point out, also a dirty player on the Dark Elf side. So if Vaetha hits the ground, he's going to get fouled.
Yeah,
there was precisely one scary piece for the Dark Elves, maybe 2 if you count the dirty player zombie.
Yeah.
And he's going to get targeted.
Yep. Sin Eater already claimed 1 bounty this season. So. With Chung Colby. So, yeah, should be fun. Next up, I have a match again, finally. So, yeah, me versus Scurry Squad. Just giving up 210. That does not seem as much as I usually. Well, seems about par for the course, I guess. But yeah, these rats are looking healthy in the spots that they're looking healthy in.
Yeah. Well, and they're looking healthy for somebody you're giving up 210 to.
Yeah.
Maybe more if you buy a lineman.
I think I did and forgot to tell you about it.
That's fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you'll be getting up 260. You have 100K in cash. You're at 1950 TV.
Yeah.
And I think that makes sense. Once you're giving up the wizard, it totally makes sense to like give up a little bit more. You'll be giving up a apothecary maybe.
Yeah, I'm curious if they'll do that or if they'll go star player since the Nuffles altars in play.
Yeah, that incredibly inefficient Nuffle altar. And actually, that's true. You'll be giving them 270 because we know that a certain like bomber is showing up.
Yeah. I am still looking forward to the Boomer versus Bomber Gerbil Snot matchup, which will be in a couple of weeks, I think. I forget when I play the Underworld. But both of us have Nuffle altars, so we're definitely both getting... Oh, shoot. Did my stream go down? Yep. Lost connection.
Yep, looks like you just had some internet issues.
Yep. Yeah, it's
Stream
not...
is offline. I told him in chat we should be back in a second.
Okay.
It's not currently live.
All right. Yeah, it says live unstable. Okay.
All right, now it's back.
All right. Yep. Yeah, apparently my internet couldn't even handle my love for Boomer, and therefore it's best we move on. But yeah, I'll be
Actually, no, we're not live.
What?
I would try restarting the stream. There we go. Now it's back.
Okay.
Hey, folks. Yep, we're back.
Alrighty. A couple false starts there, but yeah, we're back, and
Yeah, interesting to see how this match goes.
yeah, for sure. It's actually happening tomorrow morning, so that'll be
What time?
pretty exciting. 10:30.
That's inconvenient.
Yeah. Let you know how it goes. And the other Skaven team that I confused with that one, Squeaky Blinders versus Integrity Farmers, the High Elves. Both.
Yes. Squeaky Blinders beat up here.
Yeah.
Elves are out their kicker, which they like having a kicker, but this is actually a team that's less useful against. Whereas the Ballhawk is fun, and it's not. He's already getting too many inducements, so it's not like it's making it. It's not getting made up by
Right.
If it just got him a wizard, it's like, okay, that's something. This is just too much.
Right. Yeah. So they'll definitely have a wizard if they want it, but they don't have a lot of good pieces to go scoop it up. I mean, I guess
A gutter runner
gutter
can always
runners
make a shot at it.
Yeah, gutter runners are fast, and that's part of what makes them so dangerous. But I don't see Squeaky Blinders getting out of this one.
No.
Yeah, we see Integrity Farmers doing pretty well. They've won the past 2 weeks, and yeah, I think they can handle it. They're only missing a line elf, and they'll have all the rest of their pieces.
Yeah, want to keep yourself safe from Arthur Colby 2 with his, mighty blow, tackle, piling on, non-pro nonsense.
Yeah.
But man, I would take Juggernaut on that guy. But
Yep.
Instead of pro.
Yeah.
But that is.
I think we've talked about that. And Thomas
keep yourself
Colby,
alive. You should be able to win this.
Yeah, I assume Thomas Colby is not taking a badly hurt at the start of this match. That's just remnant.
Yep,
from
that's
last. Okay.
That is just a mistake, which you have
Be
decided
very-
to highlight as clearly as.
It's like finally a chance for me to point out a mistake.
Yeah, there's always like at least one mistake on the sheets a week.
Oh yeah. It's like that'd be very generous of them, or yes, very. You've tapped into your inner oracle to project that. But yeah. Next up, we have REBBL Rage Quit versus Goblins.deck. I guess this is what Tim was talking about.
Yeah, can Tim Nielsen survive Arabi? Can he win?
Yep. Yeah, man. Well, we really don't know until we know.
Yeah, we know what this match is going to be about. It's going to be about Arabi's going to try to do damage, but he might win if he can just do so much damage.
Yeah.
That said, I think that works less well against Skaven than it does against a lot of teams, because the Skaven can score with like 2 pieces on the field.
Yeah, exactly. There will be a price, and we'll see what it is.
Excited to see what it is. I'm curious to see what it is, but that's what we're waiting to see.
Yeah, I wonder if it'll be one of the Storm Vermin.
Yeah.
just because they're going to be in the scrum, or at least on the fringe of it, close enough to the blockers. I wonder if we're going to see one of them finally get it.
I mean, you say Arabi's playing games this season, Roto, but he did use the ball carrier to support a hit on a goal instead of scoring. Like, he is still Arabi. Like, that is still going on.
He's playing mind games. Yeah. It's true. Well, that wouldn't have won or lost him the game. So
that is, you know what? That's fair. That's true. That's true. He may want to stay in Div 3 so that the teams he gets to destroy are better.
Yeah. That's the
problem with Div 4, right? Is like people are like, I'm just gonna die anyways.
Right. Oh man. Yeah.
That's a little Div 3 condescending for y'all.
But yeah, I think the Stormvermin would be what I'd be most scared about. But you can't be too scared. They're gonna have to get at least somewhat in the way or take their shots to help protect the gutter runners. Yeah,
and given Arabi is winning games, it would be nice if you're in fourth place to like win this one, so that you make sure that you're one of the ones to do so.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
Keep your players.
Yep. Arabi is the gatekeeper.
Just one match left.
Oh, and this is one that's already been played.
Yep. I would say the one change that we know from this, I don't know what the levels are. I'm sure I could have checked, but I didn't. We know there's not actually going to be any inducements, that there was instead a next beastman bought by Farm Animals Mark II.
That makes sense.
But yeah, we'll talk about this match next week. There'll be a clip from this match next week.
Very good. Yeah, and for those who want to watch it, I believe Chabzoo streamed it. Probably half of you that are here, or most of you that are watching this live, probably came from it. So, Underworld versus Pro Elves. Yeah, that's next.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, there's one more. Sorry.
I thought I was the one that went to happy hour before all this.
Well, no, that's the thing. You drink beforehand, I drink during. And so at the start, like, you're bad, and the stream doesn't work. And then by the end, I'm making all these mistakes.
Yeah. Okay, yes, here we are. Pro Elves, Super Base versus Hiroto Sakara, Warpstone, Rock and Roll. 2 versus 13. So, man, the Underworld looks nice. It's just so hard, I think, to piece together wins.
It's just a mediocre team is the problem. And it's not because of Hiroto Sakara. It's just Underworld is underpowered. Like, Blood Bowl was not built as a balanced game. And there's some teams who are better than others. And Underworld is I love Underworld. Like, I really love Underworld. It's just not very good.
Yeah, I think against... I don't know. I feel like against a team that's faster than it, too, it can be really tough.
Skeletroll is going to have to really do some work. Right? Skeletroll is a good piece, right? It's blocked, so it's hard to knock down. Like, do the work, like the upheld against its knockdown. And it's got tentacles. But, that's what you're dependent on.
Yeah, I think... Yeah, if you can, like, get some support as Underworld around the troll so that, like, accident prone Andy and so on and so forth don't get a chance to like gather up around him, then yeah, I think, and it's also got Mighty Blow too, so it could be a nice piece to kind of get rid of some pieces.
We do have nicely tackle on both of the killers. The claw is not going to do anything, so like Hurt Cobain is more important. But they can, if that works, right? If you can get like some damage, then you can maybe get somewhere.
Yep.
I think it's going to be tough.
It is, especially, well, maybe not especially because it's just on one piece. But those goblins can't like Richard Long and his diving tackle combo. That's going to be, I think if the Pro Elves play some like they did in the last match, it's going to be suitably annoying if they can't get that piece removed early.
Yeah, you can pick one path where it's like, no, actually you can't send the goblins, even with 2 heads through this.
Yep. But a fun one to watch. Pros have been playing very well. I think it was just their first match that they lost, right? Or
I believe that's correct.
is
Yes.
that how the? I mean, the sheet says it. So yeah. They've just been going up since then.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think though, Underworld's saying they were going to kill their way to winning, and Pro Elves are going to just try to dodge their way to winning. I don't know. Okay, yeah, True Blue stole Week 1's game. I thought that was, it was like a close one. A 1-0 one or something. So, but, these pros aren't shy from hitting either, so.
And I will say too, to the Underworld's advantage, like they can capitalize on like problems in a way a lot of teams can't, because they can put a piece anywhere if it's within 6 of one of their existing pieces.
Yeah.
But that's something.
Yep. Being even on team value is kind of interesting. Yeah.
Right. This Pro Elf team is not like it's pretty lean.
Yeah, it really is. They've been performing very well for not having like a super built up team. And you can see it, like the Blitzers on the other side and the Troll do take up a lot of team value. This will be fun. Hopefully I'll get a chance to watch this, and then we'll get some notes down on Underworld for once.
Yeah.
So, bloating up on goblins. I think your goblins are pretty. I mean, if you mean like you have too many, maybe, but
it's a 13-man team. I don't think he's got too many pieces. He's fine. He's fine.
Underworld's like.
I mean, you have 170k, so you should be firing Bjork and replacing her with a new one.
Yeah.
Because you need to ditch a little bit of cash. Anyways, so go to like 130 instead of 150.
Yeah.
But other than that, yeah.
I like that all these other ones have like distorted names like Cutney Love, and it's just Bjork.
Yeah, Bjork and Hendrix apparently get
their own
special treatment.
Yeah. That's great. But yeah, I would like to see this one for sure. So let us know. 10 p.m. Eastern Saturday. Well, I will try to catch the recap of this one, or the replay of this one.
Yeah.
So I think should be busy.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, me too. I think that's it.
Yeah.
Actually, this time.
Yeah, right. For real. Okay, Robbie is playing Robbie and Tim Nielsen are playing Sunday at 6 p.m. I think
that. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say I might be around for that one.
What I was about to say is, unless I end up with my match scheduled for then, because Sunday is one of the days I tend to offer.
Okay.
I'd be around, and I'd be up for streaming that.
Yeah, I need to see what's going on this weekend, but
we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see.
And then for anybody else who'd like their match covered, or just want to let us know, put a message in the tier 3 chat or ping us or whatever.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like I would say too that like I'm someone who, like, it can sometimes be painful watching like someone else's stream of your match, because like there are definitely gonna be the times where like you did something for a reason and they didn't spot that, and like they're like criticizing you, and you're like, actually no, I had a good reason for doing that. But like all you need is like one or two, like if I can get out of a stream like 1 or 2 times where they point out something I actually should have done that I didn't see, so I learned something, and then hopefully 1 or 2 times where I do something clever, they're like, oh, that was clever.
Yeah.
If I can get that, that's good. And like I think that should be worth like something. So I would encourage people, like, try to get your matches streamed if you want to have like people actually, like, if you actually want to get better at the game.
Yeah, it's really helpful to have a different set of eyes to kind of look through things, and and Tim Nielsen's right. It's about how the streamers are criticizing the play, and I think you can do it with a bit of I don't know, grace or class, or how just kind of admitting we're all still trying to get better at this. That's why we keep playing it all the time. And yeah, it's fine to point out mistakes, but also like understand that probably came from a place. People aren't just like wanting to throw dice for no reason.
Well, and I'd also say the opposite, which is if you watch a stream and someone's criticizing you and it's like you feel it's being unfair, like there is advantage in just like knuckling down and like still watching it.
Yeah.
Because hopefully you still learn something. Hopefully you get like, there's some sort of positive response, and that is, I think, worth a lot. Like to have just like someone else's perspective on your game is worth something. Yep. So if you would like that, and I'll point out your buildup was how nice you should be nice, and my buildup was how you should be accepting of people not being nice.
Yeah, right.
If you would like your game stream, feel free to reach out.
Yep.
We will see what we can do.
Yeah, and I think this week too we saw Practical Snow doing some streams because they got a new rig. And they seem to be really into that. So if you want not your recappers doing it, I think if they're around, they might be willing to do that as well. So, but yeah, I think as far as tonight, that's going to do it for me. And
not for me. I got another half hour.
And yeah, thanks everyone for chiming in, for hopping in the chat.
It's always good to see you.
Yeah, well, sorry again for some technical difficulties. Once again, always and forever, we'll get those patched up for next week. I think last week was fine, and then it was the week before that the same thing happened. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on there. But yeah, thanks everyone. We'll be back next Thursday, I believe.
I mean, if you follow the news, some people do it even worse than us. So, about more important things.
Yep. Got him. It's true, yeah. I haven't been planning this recap.
I'm not going to get into it.
For 3 years.
I'm just saying.
But yes, on that note, everyone have an enjoyable Thursday evening, and we'll catch you all next Thursday with next week's recap. Catch you all then.
See if I can get this. They won't double skull. Well, rip me.
Oh! Oh well.
Robbie, I wonder what Robbie's gonna blitz.
God
damn.
Well,
okay, I think we found our clip to the bench. Alright, and Keith with the ball in scoring.
Yeah, but if this ends up doing some big damage.
Oh my god.
Fuck off! Holy shit! Oh my god!
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
That's so awful. What a nice piece. Wow.
R.I.P.
Oh man.